All right, joining me now to discuss Heritage Action for America launching a $150,000 ad campaign to support Trump's cabinet nominees, basically to encourage senators to confirm them, is Heritage Action Executive Vice President Ryan Walker. Okay, so talk to me. They're going to run ads in Iowa, Utah, North Carolina, Indiana, Louisiana, Alaska, Maine, Kentucky, and South Dakota. What's the problem with these Republican senators?
Well, these are the folks that have not come out and explicitly supported a number of President Trump's nominees, including RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, Pete Hegseth, Kash Patel, and others. And we at Heritage Action are determined to see that these folks get through. And we're trying to urge the Senate to unite behind his cabinet nominees and the folks that he has chosen to lead his administration. He's got 18 months to get this done.
Are you just trying to get voters to call their senators, or are you threatening primaries?
We're trying to right now. It's a soft approach. It's trying to show them that their constituents, their voters in the states where they live and the states that they represent are also behind Donald Trump, and that they are part of the popular vote mandate that President Trump was given this election cycle, and that they need to get in line. And if they don't, I think the people of their state will be very much aware come re-election time, and a number of them are up in 2026.
Yeah, with Collins and Murkowski, can they really sit there and say that Pete Hegseth would somehow be a worse choice than Lloyd Austin? I mean, some of these Republican senators voted for every radical leftist that Joe Biden nominated. I don't. This is something only Republicans do, right? I mean, here you have a slate of nominees, all of whom are qualified for their positions, and you've got some Republican senators like, yeah, I don't know. Excuse me. Look at some of the people you confirmed in the Biden cabinet.
That's exactly right. You have to take a look at Merrick Garland, number one, who has weaponized the Department of Justice. You look at Lloyd Austin, who withdrew from Afghanistan, and we still see the videos to this day of that withdrawal. You could go down the list. Secretary Mayorkas, Homeland Security, who ushered in the largest illegal immigration wave in American history. And these folks voted for him. So to us, from our perspective, there is no excuse. Again, Donald Trump has been given a mandate from the people. He has 18 months before the midterms come up, and he has 18 months to get his agenda done. So getting these folks into their offices, into agencies to start acting is paramount.
And don't give me this garbage that you have questions about their experience. Leon Panetta was both the Secretary of Defense and the head of the CIA with no experience in either. Okay? Pete Buttigieg, no experience in transportation. Deb Haaland, no experience in land management. We can go on and on and on at all of these leftist picks that had literally Jennifer Granholm, no experience in energy. Gina Raimondo, no experience in commerce. These people, yeah, do they have Ivy League pedigrees? Sure, but so does Pete Buttigieg. So does Pete Hegseth.
That's right. And Donald Trump is not a career politician. He hasn't been in this game for 30 plus years. The story is that the American people are tired of the do the same attitude, that we have been appointing these same kind of folks with pedigrees and resumes that are endless, pages and pages worth of qualifications. But the story has been getting worse. The United States is not on an upward trajectory right now, and that's what we're trying to change. So getting folks in who have a different eye and a different approach and a different action-oriented mindset is the thing that we need. And we need to get these folks in as soon as the Senate can function.
Yeah, it's funny. Deb Haaland, we were told she'd be the first Native American. Okay, but she has no experience. Pete Buttigieg likes trains and is gay, had no experience at transportation. And again, I don't think Pete Hegseth could do a worse job than what we've got right now. And I keep saying it. If his last name was Vindman, he would sail right through on the same resume. 2 Bronze Stars, 2 combat tours, Iraq, Afghanistan, a stint at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, 2 Ivy League degrees, and he wrote several books about what's wrong with the Pentagon. So if he was not Trump's nominee and Fox News weekend host, so what? If Joe Biden had nominated Sanjay Gupta to head up HHS, the media would be going, he's just some sort of TV doctor.
No, absolutely. This guy, particularly with Pete Hegseth and a number of the other nominees, by the way, have incredible backgrounds and credentials that they can bring to this story. And again, the American people are looking for disruptors. We've been, in a state of perpetual do the same just to get along for, I don't know, the last 20 or 30 years. And it's time for a change. It's time for someone in particular to Pete to come in and focus on the warfighter, to focus on the soldier and lethality and restoring the DoD to its primary purpose. The same could be true for Kash Patel in restoring the FBI to its vaunted law enforcement role. And instead of spying on American citizens, putting criminals in prison. That is what that agency is supposed to do. And you could go down the list of Trump's nominees. The same is true for all of them.
One of my favorite things is when they call them loyalists, as if Barack Obama and Joe Biden just pick randos. Of course, there is something to getting an ambassadorship and the head of a federal agency. And earlier we talked, it was Lee Zeldin's not going to be out measuring water for pesticides. He's going to be looking at the books, and I think that's what the swamp is so afraid of. And these people are going to go, here's what they've been spending your money on, and it has nothing to do with national security. I got 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. These people are practitioners. In many cases, they're business folks that have run organizations or they've started their own companies, and they're disruptors. And they want to be a disruptor for the American people and deliver for them the Trump agenda. And that, at the end of the day, is what happened in November and what the American people showcased and gave Trump the mandate for.
All right. Speaking of Mayorkas, we'll be talking drones next to my argument. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.